from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening and welcome to the 9 p.m. news telecast of the prestigious channel of Sri Lanka. I'm Charita Minapurarachi.
And I'm Sitami Jayaratna. Let's take a look at today's headlines. Two more accidents of fishing craft resulting in the disappearance of two fishermen. A special dengue control week begins tomorrow. 1,758 kilos of narcotics taken into police custody during the year with the arrest of 25 suspects. The clearance of import containers completed. Child obesity, a danger signal to students. A 1 million rupee donation from the President's fund to a lying singer, Ishaq Beg. Iranian Foreign Minister responds to the President Trump statement. Let's take a look at those stories and more in detail. Two fishing craft which left the Paravialla Fisheries Harbour in Tengol and the Hikkadua Fisheries Harbour were reported to have met with accident today.
Two of the fishermen who were not in the boat which commenced journey from the Paravialla Fisheries Harbour are reported to be missing. Meanwhile, 4 other fishermen had been rescued. Maximputa fishing craft which left the Paravialla Fisheries Harbour confronted with the unexpected accident. The craft was reported to have crashed against a reef while returning after completing fishing. The lives of the 4 fishermen were safeguarded due to the intervention of the Navy personnel. SLAFK A350 Beechcraft had been deployed in search of the 2 other missing fishermen. The craft was directed to the Paravialla Fisheries Harbour by the Navy. The other fishing craft affected was the Mochindidua multi-day trawler which went to the sea from the Hikkadua Fisheries Harbour. The craft also subjected to the onslaught of the strong waves and toppled. The 6 fishermen in the boat had managed to save their lives and the fishing craft was washed ashore. The Department of Meteorology says that the sea around the island would take a rough state during these days. It was only yesterday when 2 fishing crafts which left for fishing from Devidura and Beruvala Fisheries Harbours met with accidents. 2 fishermen in the craft which sailed from Devidura were killed. 8 others were rescued and 1 remains missing. Meanwhile, bodies of 2 fishermen who went to the sea from the Beruvala harbour were reported to have washed ashore at the Benthara beach this morning. Deputy Minister of Fisheries Ratnagamage said by taking into consideration of the increasing numbers of dangerous situations, it has been decided to appoint a committee comprising of Director General of Fisheries Department. They will look into the important issue of having life jackets. The ministry is conducting talks to find out whether any relief could be provided in supplying these essential equipment. The ministry will commit itself to the maximum extent to consolidate the safety of fishermen and to assist them to reap the maximum fish harvest.
A special dengue control week will commence tomorrow. This will be implemented in 111 Medical Officer of Health Division in Sixteen District until the 5th of next month. According to the National Dengue Control Division of the Ministry of Health, the program is being implemented with the participation of health groups, the tree forces, police, voluntary officers and officials of the Divisional Secretariat officers. This year, 222 dengue patients have been reported so far, with 16 deaths reported. According to the National Dengue Control Division, most of the patients were from Colombo, Gampa, Ratnapura, Batiklo, Tinkrumali, Kandy, Gaul and Matha districts. The division also points out that there is a risk of an increase in mosquito density due to the onset of southern western monsoon.
Community consultant Dr. Prashila Samaravira, media spokesman of the National Dengue Control Division, Ministry of Health, said that a special mosquito control program is in operation at 111 medical officer of health divisions. The program is hoped to be implemented with the participation of health groups, the tree forces, police, voluntary officers and officials of the divisional secretariat officers. It is also hoped to engage 1,100 teams of 3 persons each per day. The general public is requested to assist in this effort by keeping their households and environment clean. In addition, places where mosquitoes breed, such as the schools and religious places, to be kept clean. It is known that the dengue mosquito also spreads chikungunya, and by controlling the mosquito breeding places, both these diseases can be minimized. People's participation is essential and also expected by the government in successfully implementing the Dengue Control Week.
And meanwhile, further investigations are being implemented by the Police Narcotics Bureau regarding suspects and narcotics taken into custody while being smuggled into the country by sea routes illegally this year. According to police, 25 suspects have been taken into custody in this connection. During this year, 4 instances of police custody have been reported regarding heroin and ice narcotics while being smuggled into the island using multi-day fishing vessels so far. A total amount of 981 kilograms of narcotics has been sent into police custody during the month of April this year. This included 268 kilograms of heroin and 713 kilograms of ice narcotic, which was recovered in the month of May. The total amount of narcotics recovered has been 777 kilograms, including 275 kilograms of heroin and 503 kilograms of ice narcotics. Accordingly, a total of 1,758 kilograms of narcotics have been taken into police custody. The value of the stock of heroin is 10.84 billion rupees and ice narcotics to the tune of 12.16 billion rupees has also been recovered.
The Sri Lanka Customs says clearing all imported containers in the Colombo harbour has been completed. Additional Director General of the Sri Lanka Customs and Customs Media spokesman Sivali Aruguda has made these remarks to the national television today. Additional Director General of the Sri Lanka Customs and Media spokesman of the Customs Sivali Aruguda said that in the recent past they were completed to take additional time for the clearing of containers. The reason being is excessive quantity of containers. The normal intake is around 1,200, but some days the number has increased up to 2,900. The Additional Director General added that, however, Sri Lanka Customs has been successful in totally eliminating the blockage by this morning.
According to National People's Power, the incident of 2 missing councillors of NPP in Valigama Pradeshya Sabha has been a conspiracy by the opposition. Meanwhile, it has been revealed at a media briefing held in Galle today that the opposition candidate of the Valigama Pradeshya Sabha for the post of chairman has been a person with criminal allegations. The Valigama Pradeshya Sabha met on the 27th of this month in order to elect the chairman, where councillors Ajit Prasanna and Kamani Alvis, who won the Kanake division from the National People's Power, were reported missing. Later on, they were found from Devata area in Galle. They also filed a complaint at Kanake police station stating that they were kidnapped while they were on their way by a 3-wheeler to attend the Pradeshya Sabha meeting. Opposition groups alleged that the incident to be an act of the government. Council of Valigama Pradeshya Sabha attorney at law Chintaka Hevapatirana says that it is clear the opposition conducted the abduction of the 2 councillors in an organized manner. He said that the former chairman of Valigama Pradeshya Sabha behaved like a dictator, which was carried by media. Councillor of Valigama Pradeshya Sabha attorney at law Taraka Nanayakara said that it has been a drama created by the councillors and the police will find out who did it. This happens as a result of Aragalaya. Parliamentarian Arkam Ilyas says that the person who was named has been proposed as the chairman is a notorious criminal of Sri Lanka, and he said he is a person to be with a registration number at the Criminal Investigation Department who has been registered under the number 1305/2015 at the time of the contest for the Waligama Pradesh Sabha. Also, he had 2 cases against him at the Mathura Magistrates Court. He has been already sentenced to 2.5 years imprisonment in another 2 court cases.
වගේම බියවැද්දීම් වගේම ආයුධ ළඟ තබා ගැනීම අන්න ඒ වගේ පුද්ගලයෙක් තමයි මේ ප්‍රාදේශීය සභාවේ සභාපති වෙන්න තරඟ කරන්න හිටියේ. මෙතන ඇත්තටම තිබුණ දේශපාලනයක් නෙමෙයි පාතාලයක්.
ඒ වගේම අපි දැක්කා
Parliamentarian Lal Premnath says that the government officials are feared as to how they will function in case of the underworld persons coming into power in the Pradesh Sabha. The common people are also scared regarding the same thing. He added that it is requested from Sajid Premadasa to stop these activities which will further endanger the country. Meanwhile, several candidates who contested from the independent group for Mathugama Pradesh Sabha have filed a complaint at Mathugama police station. They have alleged that the leader of their team has breached the conditions of the agreement. Councillor of Mathugama Pradesh Sabha HHKD Priyanka says that the leader of our team, Kasun Munasinghe, told us well before the election that they signed a letter of a lawyer stating not to cross over to SJP in case of a victory. Out of the 17 councillors who contested, 4 councillor posts have been won.
A group of youngsters who were deserted for one whole night in the wilderness have been rescued by the group of police and army personnel at dawn today. The aim of the team, comprising 8 including a 12-year-old female school child, was to climb the Hamthana mountain range in Kandy. The Thalatuya police station says members of the group were aged 12, 15, 22 and 24. They were reported to be relatives and friends of residents in Rathemulla in Thalatuya. According to the police, the group had started their journey to climb the Hamthana mountain range last morning and started descending around 6:15 same day. Due to the prevailing rain and misty condition, the group lost their way and was unable to find a path back, and they have informed their households of the inability to locate their directions. The police and army group were able to detect the missing students around 2 a.m. and to relieve them around 4 a.m. Thereafter, they were brought to the Peradeniya Teaching Hospital via an ambulance.
Children are the most valued assets of their parents. The parents tend to provide the favorite foods of their children since they love them so much. Along with this, there's a hidden danger unknown to many attached to the food habits. This information is especially for those parents with small children. Child obesity can be described as one of the main non-contagious diseases which endanger the lives of children of the present generation. Although there is a conception that child obesity is due to overconsumption of food, this has been declared by the World Health Organization as a disease rampant among children. According to the available data of the World Health Organization, 9% of children became victims of obesity world over last year. In Sri Lanka, 10% of the children in the age group of 5 to 18 years are suffering from obesity, according to the Ministry of Health. Prominent among reasons for obesity among children are the nutrition problems. Overconsumption of foods containing carbohydrates and oil is a main reason. Another reason has been the low consumption of foods such as meat, fish, milk and eggs, which contain proteins along with vegetables and fruits. In addition, staying away from physical exercise has become a major contributor to this condition. Consultant physician in nutrition at Late Ridgeway Children's Hospital, P.L. Malavarachi, said that the fiber present in vegetables is helpful while taking other foods has to be controlled. Consultant physician Pearl Malavarachi added that a notebook has to be maintained in order to identify obesity in children compared to their age. Family health officers will record the weight of the child monthly in that notebook. Dr. P.L. Malavarachi further said that the screen time in using mobile phones and computers to which children have been addicted is another main problem. Lack of sufficient sleep, tension along with hormone issues and genetic problems along to contribute in this regard. Obesity can also be due to the overusage of certain medications. A child with continued obesity without being medically treated will also show risk of conditions of hypertension, cholesterol, diabetes, joint pains, mental tension and cancer. According to Dr. Malavarachi, up to 5 years of age, there is a weight-height ratio in the chart and attention has to be paid whether the weight is going towards obesity. This is an increased method to detect obesity also. During pregnancy, mother's obesity, diabetes and underage childbirth might also contribute to obesity in a child, since special care has to be taken not to give powdered milk in infants until 6 months after the childbirth. Instead, only mother's milk has to be fed to the infant. Otherwise, children may have to be treated for obesity even during the period where mother's milk is fed. Dr. Malavarachi added that neck area of certain children turn dark, which is a main symptom of pre-diabetes. Further investigations have revealed that apart from changes in enzymes, oil deposits in the liver cause a change in the structure of the liver also. This condition is rampant among children. In addition, if the weight of the child increases during the childhood, distortions in legs can happen at a larger stage. Breathing difficulties and tension may also occur in children. Some children complain about other mockings at the time of their obesity, which they tend not to attend school also. Medical advice of a qualified physician is extremely important in order to save a child from obesity. Dr. Malavarachi pointed out that children loved oily foods and mothers also provide deep-fried food items to them. The parents will have to pay attention to provide children with baked or boiled food items. Children also tend to consume sugary food items such as chocolates, biscuits and other items often. Some children are addicted to fried rice, kottu and other such food items. Parents will have to limit the provision of such food items to children. Meanwhile, the Lady Ridgeway Children's Hospital has introduced a special machine called Body is Fried Analyzer for children being treated for obesity. The specialty of this machine is that it analyzes all body organs and help in providing speedy diagnosis. And stay tuned with more local stories after this break.
Live from the National News Studio.
Welcome back, and you're joining with Rupavahini English News. Fishermen say a large quantity of plastic pebbles and unidentified chemicals similar to black tar washed ashore in the Shiloh and adjacent beaches, and they further point out that there had not been any follow-up inquiry despite the relevant sections were informed on this issue. In the past few days, plastic noodles were surfaced into the coast of small quantities, but by last morning, the substances were found huge quantities on the beach. Residents further say that at the time of the fire is the Express Pearl ship. Similar situation was witnessed, but the deposits were not cleared at that time. Environmentalists point out that these refuse could be disposed items from the shipwreck and which occurred in the coastal belt closer to India recently.
Minister of Health and Mass Media Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa says that the measures to set up a professor unit at Kalutara Teaching Hospital for provincial of clinical training to medical students at the Moratuwa University has been expedited. He has made these remarks participating in a discussion at the ministry yesterday. The objective of establishing the facility is to enhance the educational quality of medical students at the Moratuwa University and to uplift clinical training, which leads to the creation of future doctors with proper training. The envisage to make Kalutara as the central location in health education. The Nagode Hospital in Kalutara and the National Health Academy in Kalutara are already engaged in activities pertaining to the development of the professor unit. These institutions are currently engaged in follow-up progress, provision of infrastructure facilities and directing of humanitarian and physical resources. They will also deal with the management and staff developments. Secretary to the Ministry of Health and Mass Media Consultant Dr. Anil Jasinghe, Deputy Director Generals of Ministry, Additional Secretariats and other officials were also present at the discussion.
And meanwhile, a sum of 1 million rupees has been donated from the President's Fund for the surgery of veteran singer Ishaq Beg, who is currently indisposed. The contribution was made by the Minister of Buddha Sasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs, Hiniduma Sunil Senavi, at the Kolanawa residence of the singer. The local Singers Association has commenced a program named Ishak Kotiak in order to procure the necessary funds needed for the operation of Ishak Beg. Although the anticipated target was exceeded, the aim of the association was to collect more funds for the ailing singer. Meanwhile, Sunil Senavi, after a cordial discussion with Ishak Beg, has handed over 1 million rupee donation to him. A group including officials of the Singers Association was also present at this occasion. Respected veteran singer Ishak Beg said that the salutes of the people bowing his head. There is a wonder that everybody joined with him. The singer added that he is grateful to the Buddhist community and promised to come amidst them to sing again. He also said that extremely happy is justice is granted to artists before their demise. He also said that all of them should safeguard the government and the President Comrade Anura Kumara Dissanayake. Minister Hinutuma Sunil Senavi said that the President has specifically stated that the assistance of the President's fund should be sought to help the ailing singer. The benevolent gesture has enabled them to help the deserving artists. The Minister has also expressed long-time comrade Ishak Beg and also extended his gratitude to the government and also the fans of the singer.
It is pleasing to note that many groups are directing themselves to agriculture industry. Another special feature is that most of them are interested in experimenting in novel ventures. A group of young entrepreneurs in the Mahavela D zone has got together and started a Cavendish banana cultivation. Their efforts could be witnessed in an extent of 30 acres of land. The Cavendish plantain cultivation is being conducted in the Migaswava village in Medirigiriya with the support of Mahaveli authority. Around 30 cultivators are engaged in the project utilizing latest technology. There appears to be a higher demand for Cavendish bananas in the foreign market. The farmer says their main objective is a successful cultivation and to bring valuable foreign exchange to the country. Deputy Minister T.B. Sarath and officials of the Mahaveli authority have inspected the cultivation. Deputy Resident Business Manager Asanka Abekun said that another target is to set up a banana processing center in the vicinity of cultivation site. They are hoping to provide funds from the Mahaveli front to cultivators from the task of producing Cavendish variety of plantains within a short period.
And now let's move to some more local news items in brief. An Indian fishing craft which was engaged in unauthorized fishing in the sea north of Banner has been taken into custody by the Navy along with 8 Indian fishermen. The craft and the fishermen are scheduled to be handed over to the Banner Fisheries Inspection Office for legal action. A Mitsubishi Montero Jeep and a caravan valued over 30 million rupees believed to have been smuggled into the island through a close associate of a former strong politician of the Kaluthara district were taken into police custody. The detection was made in Bandaragama and the Panadura Valana Central Fraud Control Task Force is conducting further investigations. A racketeer named Kaluthara Daham, who was engaged in heroin and ice narcotic dealings under the Easy Cash system in Kaluthara and the surrounding areas, was arrested last evening. Drugs to the value of nearly 5 million rupees were found in his possession, along with cash amounting to 750,000 rupees, 2 mobile phones and a digital balance. Our correspondent says suspect was scheduled to be produced before the Kaluthara Magistrates Court today. A ceremony to present honorary credentials to Cambodian Naikatera in parallel to the 74th state-sponsored higher ordination ceremony of the Sri Lanka Ramanja Mahanikaya was conducted in front of the Ruwanvali Mahasaya in Anuradhapura yesterday. The event was presided over by the Mahanayaka of the Ramanja Mahanikaya, Most Venerable Makulave Sri Vimalathera. The Mahasangha, Minister Vasantha Samarasinghe, Deputy Minister Gamagethera Dissanayake and local and foreign clergy and laymen have also graced this occasion. Construction of 50 new houses for the families displaced in Kabaragala in Bandaravilla in the year 2023 due to an earth slip had got underway in March this year. The new houses are being constructed in Punagala in Bandaravilla by the Army Engineering Corps. A Shramadana campaign was with the participation with the Bandaravilla group of the Clean Sri Lanka project has also taken place at the site yesterday. A group of people's representatives including Minister Samantha Vidyaratna was also present. A perahara of grade 2 students of the Karunaratna Buddhist Primary School in Vattala was conducted in connection with the Posonpoe Day. It was organized according to the instructions of the principal in Rajapaksha. The pageant was highlighted with many dancing events which displayed numerous cultures. Stay tuned with international news after this break. Welcome back with international stories. And head of the UN's nuclear watchdog claims Iran has the capacity to start enriching uranium again for a possible bomb in a matter of months.
Chief of the International Atomic Energy Agency Rafael Grossi said that US strikes on the 3 Iranian sites last weekend had caused severe but not total damage. He made these remarks while congratulating President Donald Trump's claim that Iran's nuclear facilities were obliterated. Israel attacked nuclear and military sites in Iran on June 13, claiming Iran was close to building a nuclear weapon. The USA later joined the strikes, dropping bombs on 3 of Iran's nuclear facilities. Yesterday, IAEA Chief Grossi claimed that Tehran could have, in a matter of months, a few cascades of centrifuges spinning a proceeding enriched uranium. Meanwhile, Iran and Israel have agreed to a ceasefire, but President Trump has said he would consider bombing Iran again if intelligence found that it could enrich uranium to concerning levels. Iran's Armed Forces Chief of Staff said today that Tehran was not convinced Israel would abide by the ceasefire. He had indicated that they have simply responded to the aggressor with all their power, and as they have serious doubts over the enemy's compliance with its commitment, including the ceasefire, they are all ready to respond with force. Iran's already strained relationship with the IAEA was further challenged on recently was its parliament moved to suspend cooperation with the atomic watchdog, accusing the IAEA of siding with Israel and the USA.
Health and fire warnings have been issued in countries across southern Europe, with temperatures expected to exceed 40 Celsius in some places over the weekend. Italy, Greece, France, Spain and Portugal are among the countries affected, with the Spanish city of Seville forecast to hit 42 Celsius today. Foreign media has indicated that the heat wave is intense for this time of the year, which is continent normally experiencing such high temperatures in July and early August. In Spain, emergency staffs have been placed on standby to deal with a surge in heat stroke cases. Italian authorities has advised residents in several cities, including Rome, Milan and Venice, to stay indoors. England and France, meanwhile, has been experiencing a heat wave for more than a week. Yellow and orange heat alerts have been issued. Wildfires have already struck some parts of Europe, including Greece, where coastal towns near the capital, Athens.
3 people were killed and 6 injured in a stampede during a festival in eastern India. The incident occurred at the dawn of thousands of Hindu devotees gathered at an annual chariot festival in Puri. The incident unfolded early morning as thousands of pilgrims had gathered to witness the rituals when a chaos broke out, reportedly due to 2 ritual trucks entering a congested area. Stampedes occur routinely during large Hindu gatherings in the world's most populous country, as huge crowds gather in tight spaces, often ignoring safety protocols. In January, at least 39 people were killed in a pre-dawn stampede during the Mahakumbh Mela in Paragaj, northern India. Jacques Gunawardena won the award for the best motorcyclist in Mahameru Rally Across 2025 Championship.
The Supercross Championship was held today at the Mahameru track at Giriola. The championship is telecast live through the ChannelEye of the national channel today. It was organised by Motorist and Motorcyclist Association of Sri Lanka with the participation of a large number of talented motorists of the island. Ashan Silva won the SLGT 335,000cc motor vehicle race. Jax Gunawardena was the winner of the Max Racing motorcycle event. Chamod Samarkon won the SLGT Open competition for the Rupavahini Trophy.
රීතිය හසුරවා ගැනීම වේගයේ අඩුවක් නැහැ. ගවයේ වෙනසක් නැහැ. තරගකාරීත්වයේ එහෙමමයි. අශාන් ඉදිරියේ වෙන ජයග්‍රහණය මෙවර මහමෙරුව රැලි ක්‍රොස් 2025. බලමු ජැක්ස්ගේ පිම්ම. පැහැදිලි ඔහු දැන් කලවනාකරණය කරනවා. නැත්නම් ඔහුගේ පිම්ම මිඩල බර ඇති එකක්. මෙන්න ජයග්‍රහණයේ සන්තුෂ්ටිය කල්ැතිවම ආක 9.9. ජැක්ස් ගුණවර්ධන. තුන SLGT තරගයේ සවේ දෙවන අදියරේ අවිවාදිත ජයග්‍රාහකයා Ashan Silva අවසන් මොහොතේදී තරගයට පැමිණ පළමුවෙන් අවශ්‍ය තරගය හමාර කළ ජැක්ස් ගුණවර්ධන එහි දෙවන ස්ථානය ඉෂාන් තාරක එහි දෙවන ස්ථානය ඉෂාන් තාරක මෙන්න ජයග්‍රාහකයා චමෝද් සමරකෝන් වසරේ හොඳම යතුරුපැදි තාවකයා අවිවාදයෙන් මෙවරත් ඒ කිරුළට හිමිකම් කියන්නේ අංක 9.9 ජැක්ස් ගුණවර්ධන මෙවර ශූරතම මෝටර රථ ප්‍රියතුරා ඒ තමයි වෙන කවුද ආශාන් සිල්වා අභියෝගයකින් තොර.
And with that, we conclude tonight news. Do just tomorrow at the very same time. I'm Charita signing off. See to me. Stay safe and good night.
Good night.